Welcome to the Explainer. Today, we're jumping right into some seriously fascinating source material that completely breaks down dating norms in Japan. We're actually counting down the top 3 weirdest dating rules to see exactly what makes navigating romance in this culture so incredibly unique. Think you know the rules of dating? I mean, we all grow up with our own specific set of cultural expectations when it comes to courtship and commitment, right? But what happens when you flip those notions completely upside down? Get ready to have your assumptions challenged, because the rules we're about to explore might just catch you completely off guard. So to really wrap our heads around this, let's take a look at the Japanese dating scene and map out their typical relationship timeline. All right, kicking off our countdown with number 3. We're starting right at the very beginning of the timeline here. Which brings us to the power of kawaii. This is the true foundation of attraction over there. Our source notes that Japanese girls are, well, seriously into being cute. But listen, kawaii isn't just about throwing on a cute outfit. It's an entire behavioral aesthetic that bleeds into their voice, everyday gestures, and even how they text. It is literally all-encompassing. If you're going into this hoping for a, super mature vibe right off the bat, this intense dedication to cuteness is absolutely going to catch you by surprise. So that's number 3, the kawaii culture vibe. The initial dating phase is heavily dominated by this specific cute aesthetic. But as we transition into the more serious phase of the timeline, things take a very different turn. And that brings us to number 2. As things get more established, the rules get incredibly grounded.
We are entering the stage of career over romance. This is the serious dating stage.
Look, before marriage, do not expect to be her top priority. Our sources are crystal clear on this. Her job and her career goals usually come first. Period. And this is a hard rule. This career-first mindset stays firmly in place regardless of how much she cares about you. Romance just kind of takes a back seat to professional ambition during this whole pre-marriage phase. So we've gone from that playful kawaii vibe straight into an intense, practical focus on career first before marriage. It's a fascinating evolution, right? But this perfectly sets up a twist that completely redefines everything we've just talked about. We have officially arrived at number 1, and according to the source material we're unpacking today, this is specifically considered the weirdest part of the entire dating timeline. This is the post-marriage shift, a truly dramatic transformation. Okay, so before marriage, a woman's job and career goals come absolutely first, right? But after marriage, our source notes that it is totally common for women to just quit working completely. It's a massive societal whiplash. You have a deeply career-driven single woman who suddenly leaves the workforce entirely the actual minute ultimate commitment is reached. Now, to understand why this happens, we have to look at the cultural reasoning. As our source points out, Japanese society still expects men to be the breadwinners while women take care of the home. So despite all that fierce independence in the dating phase, the overarching societal expectation the moment you marry reverts right back to highly traditional gender roles. So just looking back at this incredible timeline, we start with the kawaii aesthetic, evolve into a period of fierce independence where career is literally everything, and finally pivot dramatically to quitting work to fulfill traditional domestic expectations. It is quite the complex journey from modern dating to traditional commitment. Which leaves us with this final thought. How do societal expectations shape our most personal relationships? When you look at the fascinating tension between a woman's modern career goals and the traditional cultural roles expected of her after marriage, you kind of have to wonder where exactly is the line drawn between who we are as individuals and what society expects us to become. It's a lot to think about. Thanks so much for joining me for this explainer.